Eucalyptus tree. Eucalyptus trees are not native to India. They are basically native to Australia. And only 4 eucalyptus species are native outside Australia. And one of the very important eucalyptus tree which is not native to Australia but is native to Philippines, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea is a rainbow eucalyptus, a rainbow gum tree. Bark exfoliating and then exhibiting 7 colors of rainbow. This particular eucalyptus grows in the rainforest, in the wet situations, and its 7 colored bark is very fascinating. So it has been used as ornamental tree, as avenue tree. Otherwise, most of the eucalyptus having about 700 species, they are native to Australia. Under social forestry program, many of the eucalyptus, commonly called as the gum trees, they were planted in the barren lands, in the wastelands, as support to the farmers to supplement their income, as it is very fast growing and it has a very popular trait. Trees get mature within a short span of 3-4 years or 6 years, and hybrid varieties of eucalyptus were recently planted in Jammu near Nagrota and along the highway from Kathua to Jammu. Eucalyptus is commonly known as Safeda in Dogri, but if we go to the Kashmir, then there we have another tree, populus. Even in Jammu hills, we have the poplar or populus. Populus ciliata grows in forests, and other poplars we have planted even in Jammu, even at Mansar. They are also called as Safeda. How to distinguish the two? The populus or poplar, even if locally called as Safeda, they have the people-like leaves, ficus religiosa-like leaves, long-stalked. Whereas in case of eucalyptus, although we call Safeda, it has the curved alternate leaves and they are rich in glands, and if we crush, we smell, we have the smell. They are aromatic leaves. And this Safeda eucalyptus belongs to the guava family, Myrtaceae. Many of the representatives in guava family, they have the opposite leaves. So mature eucalyptus mostly have the alternate leaves, but its seedlings in the nurseries exhibit opposite phyllotaxy. Eucalyptus alba, Eucalyptus globulus, Eucalyptus tereticornis, Eucalyptus camaldulensis, Eucalyptus microtheca, they have been planted in the northern India, even in Delhi, Haryana, Punjab. Eucalyptus tereticornis is commonly known as forest red gum or forest blue gum. Eucalyptus camaldulensis is known as the river gum, river blue gum. We have the very ornamental eucalyptus planted in Nilgiris, especially around Uttakamand in Tamil Nadu, which was earlier called as Eucalyptus ficifolia or ficifolia, as its leaves look like ficus. Some of the ficus species leaf superficial resemblance made the species name as ficifolia, but now it is known as Corymbia ficifolia. So it has been segregated from eucalyptus. It has scarlet red flowers, so it is used as ornamental in the city environment. Mostly the eucalyptus are exploited for pulp making, for making the white paper. Even the essential oils, that is eucalyptus oil, having the eucalyptol, is very useful against sinusitis, cold, in the treatment of asthma, bronchitis, and even acne, pimples, or other skin problems. Eucalyptus, why it is called eucalyptus? Eucalyptus. U means true. And sepals and petals, they have a fusion, and then they form a operculum, a lid-like structure over the stamens. So operculum, or that lid over the stamen, is called as calyptra. So with that lid-like thing, it has got its name eucalyptus. The eucalyptus are either trees or they are mallees. Mallees is basically, they have a shrubby nature and they are stemmed from the ground. So multi-stemmed, branched, shrubby or tree-like plants are called as mallees in Australia. And one of the plant which has the lignotuber, that is also eucalyptus, Territicornis. In case of Eucalyptus camaldulensis, lignotubers are seldom formed, and these lignotubers are basically the thickened, swollen crown of the base of the root at ground surface, little buried in the ground, and they help the tree in regeneration, especially after the wildfires. So in Australian continent, Tasmania and Victoria, where we find these eucalyptus forests, after the bushfires and forest fires, these lignotubers re-sprout after the forest fire, and they help the tree in re-establishing. But all the eucalyptus species do not have the lignotubers. So some of the species have the lignotubers and some do not have. Another unique species which is found in Victoria, Central Highlands, that is Eucalyptus regnans. And this species, regnans, which represents royalty. Regnans means royal, because this is the tallest angiosperm on this planet Earth. The tallest living eucalyptus species is Eucalyptus regnans, and one of its tree in Tasmania has been measured around about 100 meters tall. So it is named as Centurion. Alternative name is after a Australian cricketer, Bradman, who also had the average of 100 score in the test cricket matches. So this particular eucalypt, that is Eucalyptus regnans, does not form lignotuber. Its canopy is also very small, and this is the upper story tree, even dominating all other plants, and it is the tallest tree. And if that area or location habitat has the forest fires, then it has no lignotuber, so its survival is only through seeds. So it is named as obligate seeder, only with the help of seeds which are kept within the woody gum nuts, and they are released after the forest fires from the canopy, and they fall on the ground and then they germinate. So eucalyptus diversity restricted to Australian continent, especially Tasmania and Victoria. Many species of mammals, especially, for example, koala bear also feeds on the leaves of many eucalyptus species. We have leaf bearer possum, another marsupial, which also thrives in the forests of eucalyptus. Eucalyptus wood has been used in the rayon industry for the rayon textiles. They have been used medicinally for the treatment of various ailments as per the folk healing. This particular eucalyptus, locally called as safeda, has also been planted on a wider scale in the northern India, especially Punjab and Haryana. But this is accused of reducing the water table because it is a very fast growing species, and with this faster growth it requires more water, so it digs out. It has very deep root system, so it digs out water from the lower layers, thereby depleting the water, groundwater, and also with that comes some kind of resentment among the conservationists and ecologists who advocate the plantation of the indigenous species, native species, rather than switching over to the exotic species like eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is native to Australia, so it is not native to India. But along the roadsides are for the agroforestry crop, for immediate returns as a timber, or farmers usually they grow as they grow poplar, another Safeda populus in Kashmir Valley. Similarly in Jammu, especially the Punjab Kathua belt, they are also in favor of eucalyptus plantations. But if we have not these considerations, monetary and business considerations, and if we are looking for the better ecology and conservation of our own native species, then obviously we must plant our own native species which are found in the Shivaliks. And these eucalyptus species are not used even as fodder by the cattle. They are not harvested, they are not lopped as fodder. So except wood, other biodiversity conservation issues are sidetracked if we promote the plantation of eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, under the shade of the eucalyptus, especially in non-native locations as in Jammu, other native flora also gets displaced, and most important medicinal plants like Acacia abscess, Acacia occidentalis, Acacia tora, or Cleome viscosa, Cleome brachycentra, or Cleome gynandra, or Valiospermum montanum, or Boravia diffusa, or Trianthema parchulicastrum. These plants get displaced. So eucalyptus, although very important fast growing species, forestry species, it need to be planted sparingly with the particular motive in mind. If the motive in mind is business and monetary gains to supplement the income, eucalyptus is one of the preferred species. But if the focus is conservation of habitat, conservation of biodiversity, conservation of water resources, and the permanent shade, then the species like figs, Ficus bengalensis, Ficus religiosa, Ficus virens, or Terminalia arjuna, Terminalia bellerica, Terminalia cebula, these trees which are native and they are medicinal trees with the known Ayurvedic utilization, we need to promote and propagate our own native species and not the eucalyptus.